Stephen is going to question me on specific Jewish affairs, and that's fine. But I want to say this to you. And I'm not coming here, like everybody else, to be fawning to the Jewish community, to say you're the most important group of people that exist in this country, although in many ways you may well be. But, you know, I'm not a con man. I'm not a con man, but I will say this. We, as a party, absolutely fundamentally do believe in the right of the State of Israel to exist, and we have huge sympathy for it. We have, in the European Parliament, you know, absolutely done our bit. Shimon Cohen, who's here somewhere, has been lobbying very, very hard on shechita, where there is some very serious difficulty at European level to stop these practices from happening. Stuart Agnew, who is a UKIP MEP and a farmer from East Anglia, in fact went and visited in the East End of London a kosher slaughterhouse and wrote a report saying that on balance he thought the methods being employed were far better than those being used in the standard abattoirs across the rest of this country. So we have stood up and we have fought for these issues. Indeed, I was reminded today that the new UKIP head office, with those ideas or not, they must be exposed to those ideas.
You actually mentioned in your remarks shechita and circumcision and the pressures at the European level on those issues. One of the things that you may not be aware of, the JSC conducted a poll in March of this year about attitudes just generally across the country to those two issues, and one of the statistics leapt out at us, which is that 71% of UKIP supporters are opposed to religious slaughter and to circumcision. And it's quite it was by far the strongest correlation of any political party to being either pro or anti. And it's quite a striking disconnect between...
Depends a bit how you ask the question, doesn't it? You know, it really depends, you know, do you think this is a good thing? Do you approve of this? Do you wish to do this yourself? Or do you wish to ban this? And they're very, very different things, aren't they? So, you know, even if that poll is correct, and even if 71% of UKIP supporters are not comfortable with religious slaughter because they come from a different culture and a different background, and it's not their way, that is not the same thing as saying to your community, you should not be allowed to do it. And I think one of the things that is clear and consistent in UKIP is whatever our views, whatever our disputes, whatever our dislikes, we are fundamentally a strong libertarian party that says you may pursue what you wish to pursue, providing it doesn't hurt or affect me. So I think that poll, and there are lots of polls like this, because they want to paint UKIP out to be, you know, completely turn the clock back to the 1950s and everything else, and you can prove all sorts of legal questions. That particular piece of evidence doesn't convince me of anything.
So you're unambiguous in your support for freedom for religious slaughter?
Well, why would we? Why would Paul Nuttall, my deputy, you know, have worked as hard with Shimon Cohen as he's done over many, many months when there is a serious threat to your customs and way of life? And why would Stuart Agnew, you know, I mean, I've even got the report here. I mean, have it, please.
No, I'm sorry, I'm only asking the questions.
You know, why would Stuart Agnew have actually taken the trouble to go and visit the Jewish slaughterhouse, to look at it, and to conclude, I repeat, that compared with the mass killing factories that have become the general abattoirs in this country, he thought the standards were incredibly high. So, you know, I'm saying that because it's genuine, and it's true. Do you know what, Stephen? If it wasn't true, I wouldn't say it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I'm here to elicit information. Well, I'm going to open it up to questions from the audience in a second, but I just wanted to ask you a few broader questions on